Hello, collective. This is spiritual teacher for you. Weird energy, man. I hate it when that happens at the beginning, and I'm like, "Ah." Okay, spiritual teacher for you. No, starting over. They're saying not to. Gah. I'm just questioning why they want me to show that. Spirit. Anyways, if you're new, this is the first time. That is not usually how I introduce myself. My name is Cassie. I am an energy reader, and I like to give the collective energy updates about the energy that is surrounding the collective that I'm tapping into. I'm definitely feeling some throat stuff now. So that awkwardness at the beginning was definitely y'all's energy. I'm blaming you. Just kidding. I definitely have felt awkward lately. Um where's awkward energy come from? I'm getting that sometimes the reason you're awkward is because your energy, it's when you're not being authentic. That's when you're awkward. Is when you are worried about judgment from others. That's where awkwardness comes from. And it could be that you feel awkward around a certain someone. Um but you may not be awkward, but you may feel like how they act makes you feel awkward. Again, that's also not being authentic, because why does their why and oh, actually what you're picking up on is their inauthenticity. So when you view someone as being inauthentic, trying to look or be or sound a certain way, it makes you feel awkward because you can feel that. So you feel their inauthenticity, and so it's very difficult to be around those kind of people. Yeah. So if people act, if you feel awkward around people claiming to be their true selves, it's like you're a bullshit detector. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and that can be draining, honestly, to go up against that kind of energy. So there may be someone around you who is like that. Or maybe you're the person who's being inauthentic, and so people around you may be awkward. So if you're experiencing awkwardness from other people, it could man, I'm getting so many scenarios here. It could be that your authenticity makes people feel awkward because they're not being authentic, or it could be that they feel your inauthenticity and so they are awkward around you, but that wouldn't make sense. No. So when you feel awkward but no one else seems bothered, it's because you are feeling inauthenticity energy around you. There we go. All right, let's clear that out. I don't want that in my space. Woo! Brrrah! All right, Page of Pentacles and the Hierophant came out. So this feels like Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn energy, which is also, and I'm hearing, butting up against your spiritual beliefs or awareness. It feels like you're starting to question things. You're starting to see beyond the illusions. I feel like someone almost held a crystal ball in front of your face and said, look here, this is what's really going on. And then it just kind of made you open your eyes. I'm getting that movie, The Interview, with James Franco and Seth Rogen. And James Franco is going to interview Kim Jong Un, and so Kim Jong Un puts up this huge front of how things are so wonderful and everything's so great, and just spoils, James Franco. And so he's like, oh, this country is great, this guy is great, what's the problem here? But that was all illusions, and it was just them covering up the truth. So I definitely feel that you are being faced with a higher truth. Or not that you're being faced with it, you're wanting it. It's like you can sense that things aren't right. And so you're wanting this. You're going, hey, I would like, I'm almost seeing you seeking higher guidance, maybe counseling, therapy, or maybe, a spiritual guide or a spiritual coach. I see you searching for answers, wanting to know the truth, wanting to see past the illusions. Yeah, you definitely feel that there's more. There's more that you're just not aware of, and you want to know it. You've been blocking out the truth for a long time. Look what just showed up. The Ace of Swords. That is the truth, you guys. The Ace of Swords is the truth. Holy moly. What do we got next? Oh, yeah. Six of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, and then the Eight of Swords. So I definitely feel the energy of things. Ooh, yes. I definitely felt giving energy with the way this Page of Pentacles was kind of offering. So I feel an offering, but almost like an offering to get something else in return. It's not really it's an offering to be like, hey, I'll give you this. I'll offer you this if you give me that. So I could be picking up on trade energy. You know how massage therapists will trade, or tarot readers will trade readings with each other. Maybe the way that you can get this help is through trading services somehow. There definitely needs to be an equal exchange for the truth to come out. So, I'm getting balance of. Okay, wait. This is like, So there's a responsibility to knowing the truth. And so Spirit is encouraging us to get to an emotional maturity level that as we gain truth, we are responsible with the wisdom. Ooh, yeah. So some of you, the energy of the truth is coming very slowly because you are still in denial and still thinking that you know everything. And what the truth does is make you aware that you know nothing, Jon Snow. Oh, that's why the owl. Okay, so before I pressed record, I was very in tune with the owls that I'm seeing right in front of my face. There's 4 owls I can see. I just hit my nose on the same side that the kitten scratched me. Huh. This is the right side, the masculine side. So there's something here about your masculine side, making decisions, authority, having authority over. It feels like you're being, it's the responsibility. It's that with truth comes responsibility, and you don't know if you're ready. Are they ready? Knight of Pentacles. Again, it's that, wow, you guys, you realize you got Page of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, and every single one of these is handing something out here. Okay, so there's definitely an energy here of giving in order to receive. There's honesty here that needs to be given in order to receive the truth. I feel like you automatically went to a very negative place there. Because I just got this indignancy all of a sudden. Like, you know? It's almost like, what do I need to give? And it feels like to get the truth, you've got to give the truth. So, in order for you to understand things with clarity, you have to be willing to communicate the truth. I'm hearing that's the only way. But man, I feel you so stuck in this energy right here of negative mindset, negative thinking, thinking that everything is somebody else's fault. This is victim mentality. Thinking like, oh, things would be better if they would just... The truth is coming in slowly because you have to be ready to hear it. And so until you are ready to hear it, meaning you're at a healed place to where you can actually receive the truth, you've got to give. You've got to let go of old beliefs and old ways of thinking in order to receive this truth. So this may not be a literal you confessing something in order for someone to confess something to you, but it could be that. But I feel more that it is you letting go, surrendering something in order to receive the truth. And I keep doing this because I feel like you've got to do something in order to get it. Oh, more cards came out and I didn't even realize. Wow. Okay, the Magician reverse and 8 of Pentacles. Lots of Pentacle energy here. Lots of it. So definitely Earth. This is slower energy. But this is solid energy. This is a really building the most solid foundation that you can. Using the best materials. Getting rid of anything that was old. You remember how lead paint, it was the thing until it was realized that it was causing sickness and horrible things. And so now that's outlawed. You can't use it anymore. So now the paint that exists now is much better. That's what this feels like. It's like you thought something was great until it wasn't. And now you're getting to where you're having to reconfigure things. This could be in your relationships, in your job, whatever it applies to in your life, so that now the brand new thing can come in on a deeper, higher level, on a more solid, stable foundation of understanding, on honesty, on truth. Why is the Magician coming in reversed here? You're doubting your capabilities. This is doubt. Is part of that 8 of Swords. I feel them connected. So this self-doubt, this negative mindset, this not feeling like you are in control of anything in your life, that is really causing a block for this energy to come in. So Spirit is needing you to work on yourself. But what else? I feel something else there. Let's do this. Work on what? Your emotions. Okay, so King of Cups. Work on your emotional maturity, how you handle situations, how do you feel yourself reacting to certain things, noticing your triggers, and then really doing a reflection on those triggers and why and where it's coming from and how you can react differently, okay? Is that it? What else? Something else is coming. Page of Swords. This is truth. These are your ideas. Knight of Swords. This is communication coming in very quickly. Wait a second. Ooh, okay. So this is you putting up boundaries as well with what is coming towards you. The words coming towards you. People have learned that they just can't talk politics with me because I'm just like, you know? I mean, they can talk, but I'm just not, I don't engage with it very well. It's an energy that I don't resonate with very well, and so it's very hard for me to really get into it because it just feels so opposite of what I'm trying to create in the world. So it just doesn't even feel like an energy I want to engage in. So that's what this is figuring out what energies you're willing to engage in. I'm really getting, like, look, I want you to see if you can see what I see. Do you see what I see? Ooh, Christmas time might be a thing. So here you are, King of Cups, and here's this page protecting you from harsh words, harsh realities I'm hearing, harshness. Okay, so I'm getting something here about, getting triggered by people's opinions. So there's something here about not letting people's opinions bother you because you've got to realize that they're coming from their own traumas and triggers and I'm going to tell you a raw moment I had with my husband. Ooh, okay. Spirit, help me to maintain my emotions. Thank you. When my aunt was like going through the dying process and she was home from the hospital and they had given her a drug that she was basically allergic to, but we didn't know. So she had a harsh reaction to it. I wasn't prepared for my aunt to be gone, and it was happening way too fast. And so I was with my aunt at her home, and my husband came to just see me because I was spending the night with my aunt because it was the first night from the hospital. She wasn't acting right. She needed someone to take care of her. And my husband came just to say hey and everything. And I was in such a high state of emotion that having him there, I wanted to push him away so bad. Like, having his presence there was trying to ground me too much. And I was so heightened that it was such an opposing energy that I pushed him away. I was like, I've got to be here. I've got to pay attention to her because she kept trying to get out of bed. But she was very loopy and it was just a bad reaction to medicine. And so she needed eyes on her, but I felt like I was having to give my attention to him. He wasn't demanding it, but that's how I felt. And so I was so discombobulated in the energy. And so I was just like, I need you to go. I need you, or, if you want to go, you can go. I didn't say I need you to go. I said, if you want to go, you can go. He was just like, okay. And that just set me off because I couldn't handle trying to be patient with his not understanding me trying to push him away. I wanted him to understand why I was pushing him away, but he didn't. And so it was just like, okay. And so I flew off the handle and I was like, I can't handle this right now, and I'm just like in such a heightened state. And so he just starts to leave because what else can he do, And then that sent me, you guys, it's so hard to keep it together right now. And then that sent me in this terrible, like, oh my God, he's leaving me. And I realized, like, Cassie, you're pushing him away and he's leaving. No, you so need him right now. And I was like, don't leave. And he was like, what do you, and I got mad at him for wanting to leave. And he's like, I don't know what you want me to do. And so I like literally rushed to him and I like beat his chest and I was like, I don't know what to do right now, you know? And it was this whole emotional scene. And then we just embraced and he realized what was happening. Okay, I gotta stop. Whew. Okay, that's as far as I could go. That was really hard. I'm not good at holding back tears, so y'all should be proud of me that I went that long. But yeah, and that was such a raw moment between us because he realized that I wasn't pushing him away. He just realized like I was in such disarray with the whole situation revolving my aunt. And he didn't take it personally anymore, you know? And then he just realized I just needed somebody, you know? I needed him. And then after that, it was like, okay, I get where you're coming from. We both understand where we're at. And I was like, I love you so much, but I gotta go take care of her. And he goes, I understand, and, you know? And so it was such a, I mean, I could have just let him walk out and we would have been so mad at each other and not understanding and it just would have been so bad. But I decided to be vulnerable and he decided to be vulnerable. And because of that vulnerability, we were able to connect on a deeper level. Why am I telling you all this now? Okay. Woo. Yeah, so there's definitely something you need to get off your chest. And yeah, it's something. Okay, so that's what it is. It feels like you need to go back to something. You need to go back to something and re-explain it with a higher level of understanding. Because it feels like the memory of the thing that you kept envisioning was torturing you. The devil confirms that. Was torturing you. And you didn't understand. Maybe you were looking at it a certain way. But with this Queen of Wands energy, and that's part of it. Because I definitely feel that a lot of you here, your masculine and feminine sides have been kind of button heads. And with that Queen of Wands coming out, that's that feminine energy I feel that you've been denying for a long time now. And I feel like you've had this understanding of what the feminine side looked and feels like. We put stereotypes on feminine things, certain colors, certain ways of behavior, certain emotions, you know, things like that, which are all based in reality, to be honest. Certain colors and emotions and actions and things have feminine energy to them, you know, just like me doing this right now is seen as feminine, but I see my husband doing that with his beard all the time. So that's like a way that he is feminine, like a feminine energy, but in his masculine form, right? It's so interesting, the feminine and masculine dynamic and dual relationship, that there are extremes and then there's like integration. Just like the light and the shadow aspects of us, there's the extremes and then there's the integration of them. And we're really trying to look towards this integration of our light and shadow, our masculine and feminine, accepting all sides. 24:44 on the timer, and I'm actually going to stop there. That reading feels pretty complete where it's at. And I'm just going to pull an angel card. Never mind. They feel very awkward in my hand all of a sudden. Okay. Oh. There's that awkward energy again. Okay, what then? Oh, they want my animal cards, but they want they want this one. So I have 2 sets of animal cards. This one and then this one. So again, there's that like light and darkness, that shadow. And this feels like the deck that might be addressing the shadow side of you. So that's what it feels like. What would you like us to know about the shadow aspect of ourselves? Okay. 1 card came out. And there's the other one. And I feel 1 more. 3 feels significant. There it is. All right, so we've got the bat for transition. Woot, woot, woot. Yeah, when you're going through a transition, all of your shadows come up. Because a transition is shedding old layers. So you're getting triggered right now. You're noticing your triggers though. You must pay attention to the signs around you. The transition may seem frightening at first, but you must let go of old habits and patterns that no longer serve your higher calling. They would only hinder your growth. So at this time, that's what you're doing. And it's one of the toughest things to do. A lot of people don't get past this part where you're having to let go of things. A lot of people don't. And when you can't let go of things, that is when you perish, because if things sit inside of you, then they turn into illness and disease, okay? Which ultimately leads to, you know. Is that why my aunt's passing came up? Possibly. So yeah, she was transitioning. There was lots of emotions. I had to let go of my need to feel in control, you know. I had to let my emotions out in a raw way to be able to communicate how I was truly feeling. Otherwise, I was pushing away the one person I really needed at the time. And then it bonded us even more. Not in a trauma bond. I don't even know what a trauma bond is. Okay, ant for perseverance. Huh. Okay. So, Spirit wants me to explore trauma bond, but not in this reading. They want me to do an extended. Okay, so if you feel like you've trauma bonded to someone, then check out the extended on my Patreon. The link will be below. And yeah, it might resonate with you. So the ant comes out as a message of perseverance. This is a message of patience. Whatever is going on right now, you cannot be so impetuous. By pacing yourself, the end result will be far more rewarding. Slow down. Don't. This is that Pentacles energy that was in your reading. This is slow energy because it's foundational, stable energy. And that's slower. Like a trickle of water instead of a rush of water. Learn to accept help from others. Yeah, remember that spiritual guidance? And then we have the spider. Oh my God, I've been seeing so many spiders lately. This is manifestation. You weave your web in life. What you see before you is the result of your thoughts. If your current reality does not suit you, then it is time to make changes through conscious manifestation. Your energy can bring in all you desire. It's all about you. Okay? All right. Yes. Thank you guys so much. I love you so much. And just know I'm sending the most positive energy I'm capable of sending to you as you go through this, because this is one of the most intense transitions you're going to be going through in life. But like it said, on the other side of it is oh so everything you've ever wanted, right? It just may not come the way you thought it would come. Okay? All right. Bye, guys. Check out the extended.